The stars had aligned in strange ways that cycle. On the neutral world of Vera Prime, beneath the towering crystal spires of the Galactic Concordance Military Academy, representatives from 100 species trained together. The air hummed with the clicks of mandibles, the low rumble of translated voices, and the occasional burst of plasma from distant firing ranges. Instructor Karath was a mountain of a being, a Thraxian warrior whose obsidian scales gleamed under the academy lights. 8 feet tall, built like living armor, he had crushed enemy skulls on a dozen battlefields. He strode across the training hall with the confidence of someone who had never been truly challenged in close quarters. Today, his voice boomed through the translator. We move beyond your toys and energy shields. We speak the oldest language of war. Flesh against flesh. The class murmured, towering Vexery with their 4 powerful arms flexed. Sleek Sarathians coiled and uncoiled with predatory grace. In the back, the small contingent of humans stood quietly, barely half the height of most species, soft-skinned, and seemingly fragile. They had only joined the Concordance 3 cycles ago. Most races still viewed them as a curiosity. Cute even. Karatha's compound eyes scanned the room and settled on the humans with clear amusement. Private Ramirez, he called, gesturing with one massive claw. Step forward. The instructor requests a close combat demonstration. A ripple of laughter spread through the hall. Ramirez was unremarkable even by human standards. Average height, dark hair, calm brown eyes. No habeas augmentaciones. No battle scars visible. He walked to the center of the mat without hesitation. Karath loomed over him. The point of this demonstration, he said, addressing the class, is to show the difference between true warriors and those still climbing the evolutionary ladder. Ramirez here will attempt to engage me. Do not worry, little human. I will be gentle. More laughter. Ramirez looked up at the giant and simply nodded. Understood, sir. The Thraxian began the demonstration with textbook moves. A slow, deliberate strike to show proper form. His claw whistled through the air. Ramirez dodged. Barely. The next strike connected with a glancing blow that sent the human tumbling across the mat. He hit hard, rolled, and stood back up, breathing steadily. Karath chuckled. See? Resilience is not the same as strength. Again. The class watched with growing boredom as the human took hit after hit. Each time he rose. Each time he circled, looking for an opening that clearly wasn't there. Some aliens began whispering about how humans didn't know when to quit. Others found it pathetic. Enough, Karath said after the 5th knockdown. This is what I wanted you all to witness. The humans are determined, yes. Brave, perhaps. But in the crucible of real war. Ramirez interrupted, voice calm but carrying across the suddenly quiet hall. Permission to demonstrate on the training apparatus. Sir? Karath tilted his head, amused. The desk? By all means, little one. Show us what your species calls power. The training desk was no ordinary furniture. It was a solid block of reinforced cry-steel, used for demonstrating weapon impacts and heavy object handling. It weighed nearly 400 kilograms and had survived plasma fire, kinetic rounds, and the fists of species far stronger than humans. Ramirez approached it slowly. The hall had gone still. He rolled his shoulders once, took a breath, and studied the desk like it was an enemy that had personally wronged him. Then something shifted. His posture changed. The calm, almost polite expression hardened into something ancient and fierce. For a brief moment, the watching aliens glimpsed what billions of years of survival on a death world had forged. A creature that had hunted mammoths with sticks, crossed frozen oceans, and stared down extinction events with nothing but clever hands and unbreakable will. He struck. The sound was explosive. A wet, violent crack that echoed through the chamber as Ramirez's fist drove straight through the cry's steel surface. Shards exploded outward. The entire desk split with a deep, groaning snap, collapsing in on itself as the human's second blow finished the job. Dust and metallic fragments rained onto the floor. Silence. Ramirez stood over the ruined desk, knuckles bleeding, chest heaving, but his eyes were steady. He turned back to Karath. With respect, sir, we don't measure strength the same way you do. Karath stared at the wreckage. His mandibles clicked once, twice. The class was frozen. The massive Vexari warriors, who could bend girders, looked genuinely unsettled. The Sarathians had gone completely still, their predatory grace replaced by wary respect. The instructor stepped forward slowly, crouching to examine the shattered desk. His claw traced the jagged edges where raw human force had done what powered gauntlets sometimes struggled to achieve. "How?" he asked quietly, all mockery gone from his voice. Ramirez wiped blood from his knuckles. "A long time ago on our homeworld we had a saying, when you have to, you can. We've spent our entire history having to. Every scar on our species taught us something. Every time the universe tried to break us, we learned how to hit harder than we should be able to." He looked around the hall, meeting the eyes of aliens who had once sneered at his kind. "We're not the strongest. We're not the fastest. But we're the ones who refuse to stay down. And when we decide something must break, we break it, even if it costs us." Karath rose to his full height. For the first time in his long career, the Thraxian warrior looked humbled. He placed one massive claw on Ramirez's shoulder, gently this time. "I have fought creatures that could tear apart starships," he said, voice low. "But I have never seen will like yours. The desk was reinforced to withstand the might of my people. And you simply decided it would not stand." The class remained silent as the realization settled over them like a heavy cloak. These small, soft humans carried something terrifying inside them. Not technology, not physical perfection. Something older. Something born from a brutal childhood on a beautiful, violent planet. Karath turned to the entire assembly, his voice carrying new weight. Ramirez gave a small, tired smile and stepped back into formation with his fellow humans. They stood a little taller now, not out of arrogance but quiet pride. And for the first time, the galaxy understood what it truly meant to be human. If the story moved you, subscribe for more human stories from the stars.